Hello, my beautiful mama. Welcome to week 8 of your pregnancy. Before we begin, take a deep breath with me. You've just arrived at one of the most magical moments of early pregnancy. A week where everything starts to feel real, in a completely new way. If you're following our week-by-week journey, make sure you resubscribed and tap the like button so you never miss any update. Now, stay right here with me, because today, you're about to understand exactly what's happening inside your growing little world, and I promise, it will bring you comfort, clarity, and a warm sense of peace. As you enter the 8th week of pregnancy, a wave of emotion naturally rises within you, because this is the moment when everything begins to feel profoundly real. Even if you already saw the 2 faint lines on the test or received your blood exam confirming the pregnancy, hearing your baby's heartbeat for the very first time creates a shift inside you that words can barely describe. It is the instant when your heart and mind finally align, whispering, "Yes, it's happening! My baby is truly here." This sense of wonder is not only normal, but beautifully universal among expecting mothers. When you hear that fast little heartbeat echoing through the room during an ultrasound, it becomes one of those memories that stay imprinted in your heart forever. Many mothers say they didn't feel fully pregnant until that moment, and that reaction is completely natural. The sound carries something powerful, a mixture of relief, excitement, and as if your baby is saying hello from inside your womb for the very first time. This emotional awakening is part of the journey, and embracing it helps you feel more grounded and connected. Sharing this moment with your partner also creates a special kind of bond. For them, it can be just as surprising and emotional, because although the pregnancy grows inside your body, hearing the heartbeat allows them to experience the reality of it in their own way. Watching your partner's face soften or light up with tears is something that strengthens the feeling that you're both walking this path together. That unity becomes a comforting anchor throughout the entire pregnancy. Many women describe this week as the one where love begins to deepen. Not because the baby suddenly becomes more real, but because your heart opens to a new kind of tenderness. You begin imagining their tiny hands, their little face, their first breath, their future laughter, and all those thoughts gently prepare your mind for motherhood. This emotional transformation is natural, and it's beautiful to let yourself feel it fully. And if you haven't heard the heartbeat yet, there is no need to worry. Every body works at its own rhythm, and sometimes the baby needs just a little more time to show clearly on the ultrasound. Trust your process and remember that pregnancy unfolds in a wonderfully individualized way. Your baby is developing continuously, even when you cannot see or hear everything at once. So this week is really about emotional connection, grounding yourself, and letting your heart receive this new chapter with softness. The 8th week invites you to slow down, breathe deeply, and understand that the tiny life inside you is already communicating, already growing, and already transforming your world in the most tender way. At 8 weeks, your baby reaches a size that is small enough to rest comfortably on the tip of your finger, yet large enough to spark incredible fascination. Imagine a prenatal vitamin capsule that is approximately the size of your little one right now. This comparison helps many mothers visualize the baby more clearly and understand that even though they are tiny, their development is happening at remarkable speed. Just a week ago, your baby was about the size of a small bean, and now they have nearly doubled in size. This rapid growth is completely normal and shows that your baby's body is working hard to form the organs, tissues, and limbs that will shape their little human form. Every day, new cells are multiplying, connecting and organizing themselves in ways that are precise, delicate, and perfectly orchestrated. Thinking about your baby growing so quickly can bring a comforting sense of excitement. It reassures you that everything is unfolding the way nature intends. These early weeks are the foundation for your baby's future development. And even though you can't feel movement yet, so much is happening behind the scenes. Your body is creating a safe and nurturing environment for them to thrive. When you look at an ultrasound image around week 8, it becomes easier to see your baby's overall form. You may not recognize everything immediately, but the outline is clearer, the head is more defined, and the torso is gradually lengthening. These small but meaningful changes are signs that the embryo is transitioning into a tiny fetus, preparing for even more sophisticated development in the coming weeks. Even though these changes are microscopic to the naked eye, they create a strong emotional impact. Realizing that your baby has grown so quickly from just a cluster of cells to a tiny person brings reassurance and deepens your bond. It's a reminder that every wave of nausea, every moment of fatigue, and every mood swing is contributing to something extraordinary. So as you picture your baby fitting into the palm of your hand like a little capsule, hold on to the thought that within that tiny body is a heart beating, organs forming, and a future taking shape. This size may be small, but the miracle within it is enormous. This week marks a meaningful transition as your baby begins to show more recognizable human features. The tiny hands and feet, which previously resembled small buds, are now becoming more defined. You might picture soft miniature paddles slowly separating into individual fingers and toes, giving your baby the first hints of structure and form. Their legs are lengthening and shifting into a more forward position, aligning the body in a way that prepares the baby for future movement. Even though your baby is far from kicking or stretching at this stage, their limbs are forming beautifully, setting the foundation for all the tiny motions you will eventually feel later in pregnancy. One of the most fascinating parts of this week is the disappearance of the small tail-like structure that embryos naturally possess in early development. That feature has now transformed into what will become your baby's lower spine and tiny bottom, creating a more human-like silhouette. It's a powerful reminder of how quickly and elegantly development progresses. Your baby's face is also transforming. The eyes, which were once positioned far apart, will gradually begin to move closer together as the weeks go by. While you can't see these details clearly without high-resolution imaging, knowing that these tiny shifts are happening brings reassurance that your baby is evolving exactly as expected. Every small change during week 8 contributes to the building of a complete and functioning body. Their facial structure, their limbs, and even the earliest hints of muscle formation are coming together to create a unique little human that will continue developing step by step. It is a natural process that unfolds with precision and beauty. So while these features may still appear delicate and almost translucent in an ultrasound, the progress is undeniable. Your baby is no longer a simple embryo but is entering a stage where they begin to resemble the tiny person you will soon meet. And that knowledge can fill you with peace and anticipation. Your baby's heart is beating rapidly and powerfully this week, an astonishing 150 beats per minute on average. This fast rhythm is entirely normal and is a beautiful sign that your baby is developing strongly. Unlike the slow, steady adult heartbeat, a baby's heart works much faster because it is still forming chambers and establishing the circulatory pathways it needs to survive and grow. Hearing that strong rhythmic beating during an ultrasound is often one of the most emotional milestones of early pregnancy. The sound is incredibly comforting, a steady drum of life that reassures you everything is moving in the right direction. Even if you feel anxious about your first ultrasound, knowing that a fast heartbeat is expected can ease your worries. During the ultrasound, you may be amazed by the clarity with which the heartbeat appears. It may look like a flickering light on the screen, quick and bright, pulsing with energy. This visual confirmation plays a huge role in helping mothers feel confident and more connected to their pregnancy. It is normal to feel tears welling up or a lump forming in your throat. These emotions are part of the journey. If this is your first pregnancy, your mind might race with questions before the exam. Will everything look right? Will they find the heartbeat quickly? These worries are natural, but remember that 8 weeks is an excellent time for detecting the heartbeat. In most cases, it is visible right away. And even in situations where it takes a little longer, the outcome is usually positive. The experience becomes even more meaningful when shared with your partner. Watching them react, whether surprised, emotional, or simply in awe, strengthens the bond you both have with your growing baby. This shared moment becomes a cornerstone memory, something you'll carry with you through every future appointment. So as you prepare for your ultrasound, allow yourself to feel excited rather than fearful. The 8th week is a time when the heartbeat shines brightly, guiding you into the next stages of pregnancy with confidence and reassurance. Although many parents feel curious about discovering the baby's sex early on, week 8 is still too soon for an ultrasound to reveal this information. This is because the baby's sexual organs are only beginning their initial stages of formation. They exist, but they are not yet developed enough to be distinguishable on imaging. This can sometimes lead to disappointment or impatience, especially if you're eager to start planning names, decorations, or clothing. But understanding the biological process brings comfort. The genital area is still a small, undifferentiated structure at this stage, and both boys and girls appear nearly identical on ultrasound. However, there is good news for those who are very eager. Some specialized blood tests like fetal sex determination through DNA analysis, can already detect whether you're having a boy or a girl at 8 weeks. These exams are optional and depend on your preference and your healthcare provider's guidance, but they offer a much earlier alternative than waiting for ultrasound confirmation. While you may not have visual confirmation yet, your baby's body is working silently and steadily to build this part of their identity. Over the next few weeks, the genital area will grow, shift, and become more defined, eventually making it possible for ultrasound technicians to identify the sex more accurately. It's important to remember that each pregnancy develops at its own pace. Some babies may show their sex clearly early on, while others require a little more time. Either way, you are moving closer to one of the sweetest surprises of pregnancy. So if you find yourself wanting answers right away, breathe deeply and remind yourself that everything is progressing exactly as it should. Soon enough, whether through ultrasound or a blood test, you will know, and the joy of that moment will be worth the wait. This week may also bring curiosity about the possibility of twins. Ultrasound technology allows healthcare professionals to detect a twin pregnancy fairly early, and week 8 is often when this becomes more evident. The presence of 2 heartbeats instead of 1 can be a thrilling and emotional discovery. If your doctor suspects twins, they may look for specific signs, such as the appearance of 2 gestational sacs or 2 distinct cardiac rhythms. While this can feel overwhelming at first, it's important to understand that early twin detection helps guide proper prenatal care, ensuring both babies receive the best possible monitoring. The idea of carrying twins naturally brings a mix of excitement and concern. You might wonder if symptoms will intensify or if you'll need to adjust your routine. These thoughts are completely normal, but remember that many mothers carry twins successfully and gracefully, supported by good medical care and proper rest. Even if twins are not a possibility in your pregnancy, learning about how doctors identify them can bring comfort. It shows just how capable modern prenatal care is, and how closely your baby's development can be observed. This knowledge helps you feel more connected to your journey and more secure in the care you're receiving. And if you already know you are carrying twins, week 8 becomes even more meaningful. 2 hearts beating together inside, you create a profound emotional impact, a reminder of the double miracle unfolding within your womb. It is a powerful moment of connection that shapes the bond you will share with your babies. So whether your pregnancy involves 1 baby or more, week 8 is a time for reassurance. Trust that your body knows what to do, your doctor knows what to look for, and your babies, or baby, are developing with intention and strength. Week 8 is often when pregnancy symptoms reach their peak, especially nausea and a heightened sense of smell. Many mothers describe these sensations as overwhelming, but understanding why they happen brings tremendous relief. These symptoms are caused by a surge of pregnancy hormones, particularly HCG, that support early fetal development and help maintain the pregnancy. This heightened sense of smell can make everyday scents feel amplified. Perfumes, cleaning products, cooking aromas, and even mild fragrances can suddenly feel unbearably strong. While this can be uncomfortable, it is a normal and temporary reaction caused by your body's protective instincts during early pregnancy. Nausea, especially morning sickness, may also challenge you. It can appear at any time of day, making it harder to eat, maintain energy, or perform daily activities. Remember that this discomfort is usually a positive sign of healthy hormonal activity, even though it feels far from pleasant. Your body is working hard to support and nourish your baby. Some mothers feel discouraged when these symptoms interfere with eating or when they lose appetite altogether. But rest assured, your baby receives what they need first. Your body prioritizes your baby's development, drawing nutrients efficiently even when you're eating less. This is why taking prenatal vitamins becomes especially important this week. The emotional toll of these symptoms is also real. Feeling sick for days can affect your mood and leave you longing for relief. But these sensations are temporary and often begin to lessen after the first trimester. Knowing that this is a passing phase can make it easier to cope. So as you navigate nausea and heightened sensitivity, be gentle with yourself. Eat what you can, rest when needed, avoid strong smells when possible, and trust that your body is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Protect your growing baby and guide them through early development safely. During week 8, fatigue and dizziness can become more noticeable. These sensations occur because your body is producing extra blood, managing lower blood pressure, and adjusting to powerful hormonal changes. Even if you're used to being active, Your body's demand for rest increases significantly during this stage. Dizziness may appear when you stand up too quickly, skip meals due to nausea, or become dehydrated. These factors contribute to a temporary drop in blood pressure that makes you feel lightheaded. Understanding this helps ease fear, reminding you that dizziness is common and often easily managed. Nutrition also plays a crucial role. When nausea reduces your appetite, your body still requires minerals, vitamins, and iron to support the pregnancy. Prenatal vitamins become essential this week because they replenish what you lose and support your baby's rapid development. They act as a safety net, ensuring that your baby receives everything they need, even when your appetite fluctuates. Weakness can also arise when your energy reserves drop, especially if you're eating irregularly or fighting nausea all day. Many women feel guilty or worried about not eating well enough, but it's important to release that pressure. Your body has extraordinary ways of prioritizing your baby's needs first. Even when struggling to eat optimally. Water intake also matters. Staying hydrated helps your circulation, reduces dizziness, and supports your digestive system. Drinking small amounts throughout the day instead of large quantities at once can make hydration easier, especially when nausea is present. So if you feel more tired or lightheaded than usual, grant yourself permission to slow down. Resting isn't a sign of weakness. It's a necessary step in supporting your body as it works tirelessly to grow your baby. Trust that your fatigue is a sign of progress, not a problem. Your breasts undergo significant transformations during week 8, often making them feel tender, full, or heavy. These sensations are completely normal and happen because your body is preparing for the future production of milk. Increased blood flow, hormonal changes, and the activation of milk-producing glands all contribute to these changes. You may notice veins becoming more visible beneath the skin. This happens because your body is directing extra blood toward your breasts to help them expand and form the structures needed for breastfeeding. While this can feel surprising or even alarming at first, it is a natural and healthy part of early pregnancy. The areolas may also darken as the pigment increases. This change is thought to help the baby locate the nipple after birth. Another remarkable example of how your body adapts to motherhood even long before the baby arrives. These gradual, visible changes can serve as gentle reminders that your body is preparing beautifully for the next stages of pregnancy. Breast tenderness can sometimes make everyday activities uncomfortable. Clothing, movement, and even light pressure may feel more intense. While this discomfort is temporary, it's a good idea to choose soft, supportive bras that help reduce sensitivity. Small adjustments like these make a big difference in comfort. Many mothers interpret breast changes as early signs of connection with their baby because they represent nourishment and care. It's a beautiful perspective that transforms discomfort into meaning. Recognizing the purpose behind these sensations can bring calmness and reassurance. So as your breasts adapt and prepare for nurturing your baby in the future, embrace these changes as evidence of your body's wisdom. Everything you feel is a sign that your body is preparing you for motherhood. Step by step, with intention and care. Mild cramping and abdominal pressure are common during week 8 as your uterus expands to make space for your growing baby. The muscles and ligaments surrounding the uterus begin to stretch, creating sensations that may feel like menstrual cramps. Understanding this process helps reduce anxiety, reminding you that these sensations often reflect healthy development rather than a problem. Progesterone, one of the key pregnancy hormones, also plays a major role this week. While essential for supporting your baby's growth, it can slow your digestive system, leading to constipation and bloating. These symptoms, though uncomfortable, are very normal at this stage and usually improve with hydration, gentle movement, and a balanced diet. Gas buildup may also contribute to abdominal discomfort. Because digestion slows down, food takes longer to move through your system, and this can cause pressure, fullness, and occasional sharp sensations. Knowing this can provide peace of mind, helping you identify the difference between normal pregnancy discomfort and something more concerning. If your appetite is low or irregular due to nausea, you might notice that these symptoms intensify. Eating smaller meals throughout the day, drinking plenty of water, and resting when you feel tired can help ease many of these sensations. Remember that your body is working incredibly hard, and these feelings are responses to both hormonal changes and physical growth. Taking prenatal vitamins remains important during this week, especially iron and folic acid. They support your blood volume, your energy levels, and your baby's development. Even if eating is difficult, Vitamins ensure that essential nutrients are reaching your baby consistently. So when cramping, bloating, or constipation appear, remind yourself that these are signs of progress. Your uterus is expanding, your baby is growing, and your body is adjusting in the exact ways it needs to. This week is a reminder to slow down, rest when needed, drink water, and trust deeply in your body's wisdom.